Imagine two Americans graduating from college on the exact same day. They land similar jobs. They earn nearly identical salaries. They rent apartments in the same city. And every 2 weeks, they receive almost the same paycheck. From the outside, their lives look nearly identical. But 20 years later, one owns a portfolio of stocks, a home that's almost paid off, and enough investments to retire comfortably. The other is still waiting for the next paycheck, still carrying debt, still wondering why financial freedom always seems just out of reach. What happened? Did one get lucky? Did one secretly earn millions? Or is there something else hiding behind the numbers? Because here's the surprising truth. In America, wealth isn't built only by people with extraordinary incomes. Every year, thousands of ordinary teachers, nurses, electricians, office workers, military personnel, mechanics, and civil servants quietly become millionaires. Not because they earn more than everyone else, but because they understand a financial game that most people never learn. And once you understand that game, you'll never look at your paycheck the same way again. For decades, we've been told one simple rule. If you want to become rich, earn more money, get promoted, find a better paying job, start another side hustle. It sounds logical. After all, someone earning $200,000 a year should become wealthy much faster than someone earning $50,000, right? Not necessarily, because income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep. Across America, countless people with ordinary salaries quietly build fortunes, while others earning six figures struggle from paycheck to paycheck. The difference isn't usually luck or intelligence. It's the financial decisions they make every single month. To understand why, we first need to uncover the biggest financial illusion in America, the belief that a higher salary automatically creates wealth. Most people believe that income is the foundation of wealth. On the surface, that makes perfect sense. The more money you earn, the more money you should have. But in reality, that's often not what happens. Imagine two employees. One earns $50,000 a year. The other earns $200,000. Who do you think is more likely to become wealthy? Most people would immediately choose the second person. Yet studies and financial surveys have repeatedly shown that high income doesn't guarantee financial security. Why? Because every time income increases, something else often increases with it. Lifestyle. A bigger apartment becomes a larger house. A reliable car becomes a luxury SUV. Simple vacations become international trips. Dinner at home becomes eating out every weekend. The extra income doesn't disappear. It simply finds a new place to be spent. Economists call this lifestyle inflation. It's one of the biggest reasons why so many high earners still live paycheck to paycheck. They aren't poor because they earn too little. They're poor because their spending rises just as fast as their income. Meanwhile, someone earning an ordinary salary who keeps their expenses under control can quietly invest the difference month after month. Over time, that gap becomes enormous because wealth isn't determined by how much money passes through your hands. It's determined by how much stays in your hands. And that changes everything. If there's one habit that almost every wealthy person shares, it's this. They pay themselves first. At first, that sounds backwards. Most people get paid. Then they pay rent, utilities, groceries, credit cards, subscriptions. And if there's anything left, they save it. The problem is, there's almost never anything left. Wealthy people reverse the order the moment their paycheck arrives. They invest a portion of it before spending a single dollar. Not because they're richer, but because they understand one simple truth. You can't spend what you no longer have access to, even if it's only 10% or $50 a week. That money begins working for you instead of disappearing into lifestyle expenses. At first, it doesn't feel like much. A small investment today rarely changes your life tomorrow. But that's exactly how wealth is built. Not in giant leaps, but through small, consistent actions repeated over years. This is where compound growth quietly takes over. Your money begins earning money. Then those earnings begin earning money. And, before long, time starts doing more work than you do. The people who become wealthy aren't always the ones making the biggest paychecks. They're often the ones who gave their investments the most time to grow. Because in the world of investing, time is usually more powerful than income, and that's a lesson most people discover far too late. By now, one thing should be clear. Wealth isn't built by earning the biggest paycheck. It's built by making better financial decisions. The people who quietly become wealthy rarely look wealthy at first. They don't feel the need to impress strangers. They understand that every dollar has a job. Some dollars pay today's bills. Others buy tomorrow's freedom. They don't chase every new trend. They avoid upgrading their lifestyle every time their income increases. Instead of asking, "What can I afford to buy?" they ask, "What will this cost me 5 years from now?" That single question changes everything, because wealthy people don't just think about the price of something, they think about the opportunity cost. Every unnecessary purchase isn't just money that's gone, it's money that can no longer grow. While others collect liabilities that lose value over time, they quietly collect assets that produce more income. And year after year, those small decisions begin to compound into something extraordinary. The truth is, financial freedom isn't reserved for people with extraordinary salaries. It's available to ordinary people who consistently make extraordinary decisions, because becoming wealthy isn't about one perfect investment or one lucky break. It's about building habits that quietly work for you every single month. And in the end, those habits matter far more than your paycheck ever will. The path to wealth isn't built on a high salary. It's built on the choices you make with every paycheck. Spend less than you earn. Invest before you spend. And give your money time to grow. Because wealth isn't created overnight. It's built through small, consistent habits repeated for years. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe for more videos on building wealth, investing, and mastering your finances. Remember, the best investment you'll ever make is in your financial education.